everybody, welcome to the video, welcome to the channel. My name is Mike and this is Dirt Perfects John Deere 855. Now if you remember in a previous video, we took this old hydraulic pump cover. Here's the hydraulic pump. We took the pump cover off. There's been some repairs to it and it's still leaking. So I ended up finding him a used one off of eBay for about 20 bucks and we're gonna swap this whole thing out today. The catch is, I don't have a tremendous amount of time to make a video today, but I've had a lot of people ask about this, and because it's something I'll probably have to do in the future, I figure I want to make a video, that way I can look back on how I did it. We're going to do this all in one take. I do have another camera right here set up, so we may switch back and forth between those angles, and I cheated a little bit. I've got all this stuff laid out ready to go, and my gasket's ready to go, and the pump cover ready to go, but we're just going to set you up. We're just going to jump right into it. I may have to scoot you around every so often, but we're going. All right, get the other camera going. And I'll kind of talk you through a little bit of what we're doing. But the first thing we're going to do is get these out of the way. I got a 17 millimeter on here. Nothing too crazy. Use a pair of pliers. It's got a little flex, and there's just 4 bolts right here, 2 on each side. Gives us just a little bit more working room. We'll just leave that side on. It's not really that high. That's just fine. Would like my socket and extension back though. Thank you for that. Go ahead and disconnect this hydraulic line. I've got the 3-point arms zip tied up out of the way. Hopefully they won't drop too bad on us. And I haven't tooked. There's still fluid in it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So hopefully we don't lose a crazy amount. Get that tucked up out of the way. Yeah, there she goes. Then we're going to take this pipe over here loose, get that off. Just go loosen up all the clamps on the top side and see if we can't just get it pivoted out of the way enough we can get the pump off. Shouldn't be too bad. So like I was telling you, there's a pinhole, and I'll show you when I get it off of there. We took it to a machine shop to have them weld it. It's been welded on twice by 2 different machine shops. But every time it comes back with a little pinhole, it's not that big of a deal. They don't charge us much to do that. Aluminum's pretty tricky to weld in the first place, so we're not too concerned with it. And since we found a decent used one on eBay for 20 bucks, not that big a deal. This happened before Mike got it. What we're thinking happened is this first shield we took off, he got into something, and that shield got up into that cover and cracked it, and the previous owner tried to repair it. That's what we're thinking happened. So I'm just going to loosen all these up so I can swing this stuff around as I need to. Same with this one, but not too crazy. And then we're going to take the pump off and see if we can't just leave it all together. Just swing it to the side. Get that dipstick out of the way. I got a 12 on here. One down here. And the 2 up top, you got to get with the wrench. I might have to move that other camera, but they're not terrible. He's got some gear wrenches, but the gear wrenches don't fit down in there. The head's too fat on them. There's that one. Yeah, I might have to move you guys up here. Now there's going to be a couple pieces that come out with this pump. Mainly a little coupler that attaches the spline, so we're going to want to not lose that. Come on there, washer. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends. There we go. Put those all over here. There we go. This is that little coupler I was talking about, but it stayed on. No big deal there. And then hopefully that all just rides out to the side. I got a pan on the ground. I don't know if you can see it. Catching the drips coming out of this tube here. This is a gasket I made last time, and I made a new one, so we can go ahead and take that off too. We're going to lose a lot of oil, and that is okay. Now there's a couple springs on this side. I'm just putting a little twisty pressure here with the screwdriver. There's a couple springs on this side that hold tension on it. There we go. Now if I can get to this side. Dipstick's still in the way. Now she's coming off there pretty easy. Give her some wiggles. There they go. So there's a pinhole right there. That's the one that's leaking still. I got these springs. Use a handy dandy magnet to get those out of the pan. Okay. Next step, I got a new gasket to go with it as well. So we're going to take the old one off. Like that. Just rip it off. Doesn't really matter. There's a little bit of gasket residue left on there. We'll clean that up real quick. Nothing too crazy. All right, I've got a new OEM gasket for that part. Isn't that fancy? OEM gaskets, huh? And then it's got these two little dowel rods. I have to keep looking down to make sure I actually hit the record button. And those line up on there like that. Look really good. And then the two springs that came out. Uh-oh. Here's one. Oh no. Now, fellas. Oh dear. Now what? How far could it roll, do you think? 3 states over, I guarantee it. Now, this isn't fantastic. Oh no. My organizational skills are showing. There it is. Got it. Little spring goes inside the big spring, like that. Just kind of wiping those down, getting a little residue off of them, making sure they're relatively clean. People are going to be unhappy about the hydraulic oil on here, but that's just, it's going to be okay. We're going to be okay. Getting those springs lined up and the gasket to stay on there is the biggest trick here. Get a little pressure on them. See where my fingers are at? Just getting them centered up in this hole right here. You can kind of feel it sit where it needs to seat. And there's quite a bit of pressure they take. I'm just going to slide it off a little bit here. Just double check my placement there. That feels right. And we'll get a few of these started. 19 foot-pounds on these, by the way. We'll just walk it in a little bit. Get the rest of them in now. Easy peasy, hopefully. I'll just kind of walk them all in until it's seated even, and then we'll run the torque wrench. Now that is an interesting situation. That one's bottoming out for some reason. Were they all the same length? Let's see. Was there one that was shorter? They are all the same length. Okay. There that went. Torque wrench. I'm going to speed this process up just because it's kind of boring. It's just torquing stuff down is all we're doing. But I'll let you listen to the clicks when we get there, okay? All right, time for clicks. Beautiful. 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 It's beautiful. We get it, bud. Okay. I had somebody tell me you can't put an extension on a torque wrench. You can definitely put an extension on a torque wrench. It's not going to change the torque rating. The only time you're going to change the torque rating is if you put like a goofy crow's foot or something on there to change the angle that comes off the end. I'll flash a picture up here. That's about the only time you're going to change the torque spec. You can definitely just run an extension on there. It's the words I was looking for. This is not an OEM gasket. I made that earlier out of some gasket material. Hopefully we can just slide all this right back in. I'm sure it'll work just that easy. Got to get that coupler to line up with the splines. I don't know how you're supposed to do that. So we're just going by the feel. that's definitely not lined up. We'll just give her a little twisty-roo here. There's probably a trick to this, huh? That's a fun sound. I've got to get that coupler to line up with the splines on the inside. And I'm having a little bit of a struggle doing that. We're just kind of making itty-bitty adjustments here and hoping we get lucky. If I hear that sound one more time. Well, who would have guessed this was going to be the hard part? I wonder if we put the coupler on first inside there. And then, now here's an idea. And then we can give it some wiggles like that. Now, see, here's the problem. And I'll tell you, if I would just take the time to take this off, there we go, then I can do whatever I want with the pump. Why is this the hard part? There we go. Then I can get all this hoses back together. Alright, the grunts help. There we go. Woo! Stand up and stretch. Need more potassium. Oh, now it's all happy. All right. And then let's see. We're gonna go run these. Just super loose in. Love it. And then we'll take this, slide it over. There we go. Love it. Oh, sorry, fellas. I didn't mean to hit you. Oh, easy there, bud. You're getting excited. And we'll see if we can't finger these nuts on real quick. Now, this is the part, and I'd love your advice on this, but how's a fella supposed to torque these down right here properly? They do have a torque spec, 19 pounds, same as the other. But how are you supposed to torque that properly? Teach me something, would you? Any day there, partner. There we go. So I'm just using the old elbow click. That feels about right. I'm hoping that's going to work. Oh yeah, she's looking good. By the way, if you were a lucky winner of the 50,000 subscriber t-shirt giveaway, your t-shirt orders are done, and I'm in the process of getting all my shipping labels printed off. So hopefully within the next couple weeks you'll have one showing up in your mailbox. I'll send you an email letting you know that too. And we're getting ready to start our next t-shirt giveaway too. So we got that coming up. Super excited about it. Torque wrench on the bottom. Beautiful. Beautiful. Then we snug all these hose clamps up that we loosened. Also, if you're here from the previous video, the barn building video, we got a lot of rain is what happened. Still got a lot of progress done, and the next video we put up on the channel, we'll be getting all the roofing framed in, all the rafters and fly rafters and all that stuff framed in, ready to go. So we got like 3 days worth of pretty heavy rainfall. So that slowed us down just a touch. Snug. Snug. I can't remember if I did this or not. I did. Snug away. Fantastic. Oh yeah, she's a beaut. And then we'll take this. Make sure that O-ring is clean on there. It looked good. Tighten that up. Beautiful. It's just a work of art. Oh yeah. Look at that. We got some rust control going on too. That's good. Some anti-salt oil, that's good too. The amount of corrosion protection on the back end of this tractor now is just outstanding. And we got this plate we got to put back on. Lovely. And somehow I'm missing a bolt again. Now, well, none of us are surprised. Where the heck did it go? I don't know. 1 out of 2, 50%, that's pretty good. There it is right here. Beautiful. And on the extension, we got it. Love it. Hold this out of the way just a little bit so I can get under it. It doesn't need a lot. I don't know why those other ones on this side are so crazy tight. Okay. That is beautiful. Beautiful. Well, I suppose let's fire it up and see what happens. So I don't see anything obvious right out the bat, which is good. I'm going to clean this stuff up just a little bit with some brake cleaner and get all this oil off. And then we'll run around outside, put some pressure on the system by using it, obviously, and see if anything seeps or leaks anywhere. That looks really good. Let me run it around a little bit. Oh, there's enough room for sure. Oh. she's ready to work. Let's see if we got anything back here. Flashlight. You guys are already back here. Oh, she looks good. Yes. Now, obviously, there's oil all over this, or like we like to call it, just rust corrosion prevention, salt corrosion prevention. Oil doesn't hurt anything on the outside, and it helps things on the inside, so nothing against that. But as far as whether there's any oil coming out, we look golden, boys. We look good. Lovely. Just lovely. Well, there you go. That's the strangest video I've made in a long time. Like I said, more barn stuff coming up in the next video, and the rest of today, I'm supposed to go truck for Mike, and I'm going to truck for Mike, and I haven't been as nervous in a while. I was looking at the entrance. I actually met him down there this morning to look at the entrance of where he wants me to. You guys are still on. Now you're off. Where he wants me to get this truck. We've had the old trailer in and out of here a couple times, and we frame locked coming in and out of there with the old trailer, and drug pavement with the old trailer coming in and out of there. So I don't know how this is going to go. We came to the conclusion that the first 2 or 3 trips are just going to be a disaster. We're going to have to accept that until we figure out the right route to get the truck in and out. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. If it goes bad in person, then it goes great on YouTube. It's fixed. It's ready for action. If you were one of the ones that, I don't know. See, sometimes I start a thought like, that'll sound really cool if you say it, but I don't have the second part of that thought. If you're one of those people, you're going to enjoy this channel. So hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you enjoyed it, and, one take outro us. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. I always got to thank you. Next one. Yep, you'll be there.